Alright, I'm doing another Jeep video as I'm continuing to update what I need to do for the Jeep. This is door storage. Now, I saw this online, so I'll give credit to, I don't remember who the user was, but basically out of PVC creating a rack that we can put the doors in. There's been a couple different updates. I think the original one was a little bigger. This one is a little shorter to sit under the mirrors, which I'll show you a little later when I'm done. But basically what we have here is a number of different parts. You can kind of count them where you want to, but in terms of lengthwise, these top ones, so the distance apart here is a foot. The height here is 19 inches. The distance here is 6 inches. And because of this is adding a couple inches, what we've done is you got a 2-incher, a 2-incher, and then you got 2 inch here, so the total is 6. So these will end up being the same. So in terms of numbers, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 inch. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 2 inches. You've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 19, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 inch, and then a number of the T's and L's. So I just put it together like this just to make sure it'll all fit. Now I'm going to glue it. They said I think gluing's important because you know, if you don't, this gets pretty loose, and it's not going to hold the weight of the doors. Also, I've got some 1-inch pipe insulation. I'm going to put that on top. And I also saw that they attached it to a furniture dolly with wheels, which I thought was a great idea, especially if you're out in the driveway trying to take the doors off. This will be easy to cart around. The only issue is going to be storing it. You know, where do you store it in the garage? So assumption is you have enough space in your garage. So as I'm getting done, I'm going to go glue all of this now together and then wrap the insulation, and I'll come back when I'm done with that. Thanks. Alright, so this is the almost finished product. Kind of per the website, at least what I found on the website. Bought a furniture dolly. I think it was 20 bucks at Home Depot, so relatively inexpensive. Added a center brace support that was 3/4 inch. Bought the so it's the 1-inch insulation on the edge. One thing you'll see is it's actually it's a pretty tight fit, and so you know, as much as you want to get that glue to stick, you really need to reinforce it with tape, or so it's going to come off. So we'll take black electrical tape or whatever you want and put it on the edge. I also took 3.5-inch screws, and you can kind of see the hole here. Screwed that all the way down into the wood. You've got 1.5 inches of support wood here to go in, so 3.5 inches was about right. Overall, though, relatively happy with it. We have to get the doors in, but this should work out real well. A quick hint or trick: lawn shears. Probably the easiest way to cut this. You know, I've seen people try to get scissors, and this one you basically just mark it and cut it with one snap. So very easy to cut the insulation. Hope you like. Thanks. All right, here's the end product. I actually had to go online to look at the picture where the guy put them in. I've got everything in. It is a really tight fit. If I was to do this again, especially on these ends here, I mean, when they go in, they are rubbing up against the insulation. You can actually see that left one's bent out a little bit. I would add 1 inch to everything. So I would make these centers 7 inches, and then maybe make each of the 2-inchers, make it 3-inch, and that would add about 1.5 inches on the left. That way it wouldn't be just as tight. I think taking these in and out a couple times is probably going to tear up the insulation. You may need new insulation, but overall, pretty happy. Notice if you are using this configuration, notice how the doors are fitting. This was the only way I could get them to all fit together. I kind of had to move these front doors out a little bit towards me a little more, and then push the back ones in. You can see height-wise, the 19 inches puts it right below the doors, the handles, which was key. Other than that, though, I'm pretty happy the way it turned out. All right, take care.